sixth graders. Today we are going to be learning about dividing fractions by fractions. So last week we were looking at multiplying fractions by fractions, and the week before that we were looking at having a mixed number to an improper fraction, proper fraction to a mixed number. And so we've been spending a lot of time on fractions. Well, this week we are going to look at how do we divide fractions by fractions. And so the first thing that we need to talk about is the word reciprocal. All right, so the word reciprocal just means that you are doing the inverse or the flip of it. Okay, so a reciprocal is when we multiply a fraction by its opposite or its flipped version, and you receive an answer of 1. So, for example, let's say I have the number 3/5. Okay, that's my original number right here. That's my original fraction. And let's say that my fraction, my original fraction, is multiplied by its reciprocal. The reciprocal is its flipped version. So the flipped version, or the reciprocal version, would be when I flip it upside down, I get 5/3. Notice that the 5 was on the bottom, now it's on the top. This is its reciprocal. Okay, so the 3 moves to the bottom, the 5 moves to the top. You get this multiplication sign in the middle. And because of that, this reciprocal, this flipped version of the fraction, when we multiply now, we get an answer of 1. So reciprocal means that when you flip it and multiply, you get an answer of 1. So let's check. 3 times 5 is 15, and 5 times 3, is 15. So you get an answer of 15/15, which is 1 whole. So a reciprocal then is when you are inverting a fraction and getting an answer or a product of 1. Okay, so you're inverting a fraction and receiving an answer or a product of 1. So reciprocal is when you invert and get a product or the answer of 1 whole. And we're going to use this idea of reciprocals to help us with dividing fractions. So in elementary school, you learned keep, change, flip. Last quarter, you used keep, change, flip. So we're just going to review and reuse those same strategies of keep the first number, flip that second number so that we can change that division sign to a multiplication and do what we did last week. All right, so let's look at an example. Here is an example problem to divide. So let's divide let's divide 3/4 by 5/12. So we have 3/4 divided by 5/12. All right, so to divide, we are going to, 1, keep that first number the same. So we want to keep that first number the same. So 1, we're going to keep the first number the same. The second, I'm going to put a K here for keep. Okay, flip. The second thing we want to do is flip. So we want to flip the second fraction. Oops, fraction. That's what I get for trying to spell while I'm talking. Fraction. Okay, and then last, we're going to change this division sign to a multiplication. So then we're going to change to multiply. Okay, so these are our steps to solving a division problem. So I am going to keep, and I will have 3/4. I'm going to change division to multiplication, and then I'm going to flip this. This was 5/12. The flip of it is 12/5. See how the 12 is now on the top, the 5 is on the bottom. So this becomes 12/5. Now I'm ready to do exactly what I did last week when we solved multiplication. And we just multiplied straight across. Straight across. So we're going to multiply again straight across. So you have these tools in our tool belt, and we're going to use them. 3 times 12, and this becomes 4 times 5. So division is really flipping and multiplying. So division is when we flip and multiply. So 3 times 12, we can come over here and we can do 12 times 3 like this, and that's 6, and that's 3, so we get 36. And 4 times 5 is 20. Now we ask ourselves, how many times does 20 go into 36? You get 20. That's it, just once, right? Because it would be 40, and that's too much. So it goes in one time, and we could go like this, 36 minus 20. That gives me 16 with 16/20 left, and I am done. Okay, let's do another example. I'm going to change my color here so you can see it. Again, division is just flipping and multiplying. Okay, you flip that second number. Flip number 2. We want to flip the 2. Okay, so we're going to have 1/6, 1/6, divided by 2/3. Okay, so we're going to keep, so I'm going to write down 1/6. I'm going to change, so I'm going to write down multiplication. And then I need to flip. Instead of 2/3, I now have 3/2. So flip is done. Now I'm ready to multiply. Keep, change, flip, multiply. All right, here we go. We're going to multiply. 1 times 3 is 3. 6 times 2 is 12. 3/12. That is it. Okay, it's your turn. I want you to do 2 practice problems for me. So you're going to do 2 try-its, and make sure that you pause the video after you get these written down, so that way you don't hear me solving them for you. Okay, so we have try-it number 1, which says 1/2 divided by 1/8, and try-it number 2. Try-it number 2 says 2/5 divided by 3/10. Okay, pause the video right now so you don't hear me solving, and then hit play when you're ready. All right, so I need to keep this as 1/2. I need to change to multiplication, and I need to flip. Once I flip, I get 8/1. Now I can multiply. So I have 1 times 8 is 8, and 2 times 1 is 2. I need to reduce. 8 divided by 2 is 4. That's it on that one. How did you do? If you made a mistake, identify where. Was it in the process of identifying which one to flip? Was it in your multiplication? Was it in your reducing? Okay, here we go. Again, I need to keep this one the same, so 2/5. I need to change that to multiplication because I'm finding the reciprocal, which is 10/3. Reciprocal means to flip. And I'm done flipping. Now I can multiply. 2 times 10 equals 20. 5 times 3 equals 15. Now I'm ready to reduce. How many sets of 15 can go into 20? 15, oh, it's just one because then I get to 30. So 15, and then I have 5/20 left over. All right, how did you do on that one? Were you able to multiply straight across? Did you find your reciprocal? Where are you at? Okay, now I want you to answer your essential question. How do we divide fractions by fractions? What do? How do we divide them? And then I want you to put your answer in a box out to the side. There we go. Okay, if you need any help with this, please make sure that you stop and ask questions. If you gave yourself a 1, why? Why are you a level 1? What area is confusing to you? What in your notes does not make sense? 2, do you just need extra practice with this? Let's head on over to the practice work and do it. 3, are you totally understanding keep, change, flip? And when you use division and multiplication, reciprocal, do you understand that word? Where are you at? And then if you need help, head to Google Classroom and ask me for help. If not, you may go and work on your practice work. And as always, Cougars, make it a great day the Cougar way.